The hero's burden and the weight of power, right from the get-go, were thrown into the chaos of a losing battle in the South Blue. The desperation is palpable. Reinforcements requested. The rebellion is losing. We need backup now. The situation is dire, and the revolutionary army is on the ropes. And then Bartholomew Kuma steps in. This is our first real glimpse into the man's character and power. Despite Ivankov's frantic warning, "You're being too reckless," Kuma makes a choice. His simple, stoic line, "I'll go," is heavy with the burden of responsibility. He doesn't hesitate. He sees a problem, and he becomes the solution. What follows is the awe-inspiring and terrifying Ursus shock. A massive, devastating explosion that single-handedly turns the tide of the battle. The rebels cheer, hailing him as a hero. But here's the crucial detail: Kuma's reaction. He doesn't bask in the glory. He simply calls Dragon and reports, "Dragon, it's me. I'm tired. I'll return by ship." That's it. No pride, no boasting. Just the bone-deep exhaustion of a man who wields immense power and feels its immense weight. This establishes Kuma not as a glory-seeking warrior, but as a burdened, silent guardian. The first unspeakable tragedy. Love as a plaything. Just as we think there's a moment to breathe, the story delivers its first devastating blow. The news is dropped like a bomb. Jinny's been taken. And the reason is the stuff of nightmares in the One Piece world. To be a celestial dragon's wife. Let's be clear. This isn't a marriage. This is a sentence of enslavement. It's being turned into a property. A plaything for the most vile and powerful beings in the world. The narrative doesn't need to show us the horrors. We already know. Kuma's reaction is pure, silent rage. We see him unleashing his power, a rampage born of utter despair and fury. His love has been corrupted and stolen, and his power, which just saved his comrades, was useless to protect the one person he cherished most. The heartbreaking return and a final whisper of love. 2 years pass, and then Jinny returns. But this is no triumphant homecoming. She is sick, her body afflicted with a strange, blue, scale-like disease. And in her arms is a baby, Bonnie. Her phone call to the Revolutionary Army is one of the most tragic moments in the entire story. She explains, "I got sick. They threw me away because I wasn't useful anymore." The word "threw me away," she Terraretta, is just brutal. It encapsulates the utter lack of humanity she faced. She knows she's dying, and her last wish is to protect Kuma from her fate. "Don't come find me." It's an act of selfless love, trying to spare him the pain of seeing her like this. But of course, Kuma runs. He knows there's only one place she would go. Home. He finds her in the church, facing the sunrise, already gone. The disease, we learn, is the sapphire scale, which turns the skin to stone under natural light. A cruel, poetic irony. In her arms is Bonnie, the living, breathing embodiment of both her love and her suffering. The final, whispered message from her call. "And Kuma, I love you. I've always, always loved you," hangs in the air. A message he may never have heard. In person. In that moment of absolute loss, Kuma makes a vow that will define the rest of his life. "Jinny, rest easy. I will raise this child." Fleeting moments of light. A father and his daughter. The story then shifts to a montage of pure, unadulterated sweetness that only makes the underlying tragedy more painful. We see the giant, stoic Kuma clumsily but lovingly raising a tiny Bonnie. The arguments over how to hold a milk bottle, the warnings to keep her in a steel crib so he doesn't accidentally crush her, it's all painfully endearing. The emotional peak is when Bonnie takes her first steps and calls him Daddy! Fu-san. For the first time, we see the unbreakable revolutionary soldier break down and weep tears of pure joy. For a short time, he is not a weapon or a soldier. He is just a father. This section also introduces the critical Nika plotline. Bonnie, in her childlike innocence, is obsessed with the legend of the sun god Nika and his drums of liberation. She dances his dance and dreams of going to the Sky Island to meet him, believing that if she does, it'll make Daddy happy too. This is so important. Her ultimate desire isn't just adventure, it's to see her father smile, to heal the deep sadness she can sense in him. The cruelest lie, born from the deepest love. And then, fate delivers its final, most vicious blow. A doctor examines Bonnie and delivers the verdict. She has the same sapphire scale disease as her mother. There is no cure, and his words are a death sentence. She will not live to see her 10th birthday. Kuma overhears this. His world, which he had painstakingly rebuilt around his daughter, shatters into a million pieces. When Bonnie innocently asks him what the doctor said, Kuma is faced with an impossible choice, and he chooses to lie. It is the most beautiful and most terrible lie a father could tell. Your illness, it won't be cured until you're 10 years old. Bonnie's reaction is pure, ecstatic joy. Yay, I'll be cured when I'm 10. I can travel with Daddy! Her innocent happiness is a dagger in Kuma's heart. He has given her a reason to live, a future to look forward to, but it's a future built on a lie, a ticking clock that only he can hear. This act of love, meant to protect her from despair, sets the stage for all the desperate measures he will take later. The story ends as the past comes back to haunt them. The tyrannical King Bakori has returned to the Sorbet Kingdom, plunging it into chaos once again. Kuma is now fighting a war on two fronts: a desperate, unwinnable race against time to save his daughter, and a battle to protect his people from a monster. This is a tragic, beautiful, and utterly unforgettable piece of storytelling. It recontextualizes everything we thought we knew about Bartholomew Kuma, transforming him from a mysterious tyrant into one of the most tragic figures in the entire series.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end and see you in the next video.